Hey guys, Sothe, I'm here again, but you can call me Chip, and I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be quickly going over the new heroes, Attuned Micaiah and Rearmed Sothe. I literally just finished my video of the FEH Channel, and as soon as I clicked stop recording, I saw this, so I guess there'll just be two videos. I could stick them together, but whatever, two videos is fine. So go watch that first, or watch this one first. This one's probably going to be a bit shorter. But we're just going to get into it. We know the units that just came out because we just watched the FEH Channel, so let's just go. We'll see the overview of everybody, but obviously we know who is on this banner. So this is Edward, Blade of Justice.
Leonardo's a good friend. Together, we can get through anything.
Okay, Kalodbolg, however you pronounce that. Auxiliary special trigger cooldown count -1, of course. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grant Spectrum plus X to unit. X equals 25% of foe's attack at the start of combat, -4, max of 14, minimum of 5. Neutralize effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit. Reduces the percentage of foe's non-special reduced damage by X% skills by 50%. And grants special cooldown count -1 to unit before foe's first attack during combat. Wow, interesting. So that's very good with godlike reflexes that we saw. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, reduces damage from foe's first attack by Y during combat. When foe's attack triggers foe's special, Y equals 16. When foe's attack does not trigger foe's special, Y equals 8, excluding area effect specials. And unit's next attack deals damage equal to total damage reduced from foe's first attack. Okay. Not bad. It helps with godlike reflexes. Sure. Yeah, okay. Buffer. There was another, the Breath of Life 4. What does that do? Oh, it's long. Breath of Life 3 for the longest time was kind of a very useless skill. I guess helpful in some places, but not really too helpful. Let's see what this is. For allies within 2 spaces of unit, restores X HP to that ally as their combat begins. Triggers after effects that deal damage as combat begins. If allies' defense is greater than foe's defense, X equals 20%. If allies' max HP plus difference between stats times 4. 20% of allies' max HP plus difference between stats times 4. Otherwise, X equals 20% of allies' max HP. Max 40% of allies' max HP. Wait, what? Max 40% of allies' max HP plus damage dealt to ally as combat begins. If allies' defense. Okay, either way, whatever. For allies within 2 spaces of unit, grants defense +4 and reduces the effect drop of deep wounds by 50% during combat. If unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, restores X HP to unit as unit's combat begins. Triggers after effects that deal damage as combat begins. If unit's defense is greater than foe's defense, X equals 30%. X equals 20% of unit's max HP plus difference between stats times 4. Otherwise, X equals 20% of unit's max HP. Max 40% of unit's max HP plus damage dealt to unit as combat begins. Only highest value applied, does not stack. Still don't get the wording on that, but either way. If unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants defense +4 to unit and reduce damage of effects of deep wounds by 50% during combat. So basically the exact same thing for both the unit and their allies. Sure. That was a lot. The wording was a bit weird, but whatever. Reduces the foe's specials and powers up his counterattack to cut them down. Also has great healing capabilities. See, he just healed a bunch.
I will get what I want.
So healing as battle starts is pretty good, I guess. It helps survivability. Sure. And as Leonardo, we already know his stuff. We'll hear his voice line.
My utmost desire would be to live a peaceful life in Dayan.
Okay. Obviously he didn't have anything other than attack, res, finish, and guard, but what does Doubler Bow Plus do? At start of turn, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack res +6 to unit, and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Okay. If unit initiates combat within 2 spaces of an ally, grants Spectrum plus X to unit during combat. X equals 4 plus highest bonus on each stat between unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit. Okay, sure, that's pretty good. If unit initiates combat within 2 spaces of an ally, grants Spectrum plus X to unit during combat. X equals 4 plus highest bonus on each stat between unit and allies in 2 space. That's pretty good, actually. Sure. Heritable bow too, so that's not bad. It's decently supportive, but there are obviously better bows out there. Wields a bow that grants bonus based on bonuses of him and nearby allies.
You won't get away.
Sure. New rearmed heroes. This should be Sothe. We know he has a new special. Let's see what his dagger does.
A new weapon, a new me. Understood.
Arcane Tempest. Auxiliary special trigger cooldown count -1. Of course, at start of turn, if special cooldown count is at its maximum value, grants special cooldown count -1. Okay, times pulse. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants Spectrum plus X to unit. X equals 25% of foe's attack at start of combat, -4, minimum of 5, max of 14. Reduces damage from foe's first attack by 30%. And also, if unit speed is greater than foe speed, neutralizes effects that guarantee foe's follow-up attacks and effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks during combat. So honestly, kind of basic. Kind of seemingly basic, but I guess it is inheritable. The times pulse is very nice. Stat boost, that's normal. Damage reduction, very normal nowadays. And speed-based null follow-up, very nice. Bane treats foes' defense and res stats as if reduced by 40% when special triggers. When special triggers neutralize foes, reduce damage by X% effects from non-special skills. And also, if damage dealt prior to damage reduction calculation is less than foe's HP -1, sets damage before damage reduction as foe's HP -1. Okay. If unit or foe specials is ready to be triggered, or wait, if units or foe's special is ready or triggered before or during this combat, reduce damage from foe's next attack by 30%. Okay, so that makes sense with his -1 cooldown, and then the times pulse effect. He basically gets Bane every time he wants to initiate combat. Pretty normal, I guess. But sure, let's see what else. Finish. I wonder if Bane will be inheritable. Potent Disarm. Interesting. I said something about Potent before because he had the ×3 attack, but Potent Disarm inflicts speed defense -4 on foe during combat. If decreasing the speed difference necessary to make a follow-up attack by 25 would allow a unit to trigger a follow-up attack, excluding guarantee to prevent a follow-ups, triggers Potent Follow X% during combat. If unit cannot perform follow-up and attack twice, X equals 80, otherwise X equals 40. While attacking in Ether Raids, if unit ends movement on a space with a bolt trap or a heavy trap, cancels trap effect. If the unit ends movement on a space with a hex trap, reduces trap's trigger condition by 10 HP. So I guess Disarm Trap 4, this is just better than it. I don't remember exactly what that one does, but this seems to just be better than it because the potent effect is really, really good. So even like outside of Ether Raids, you get the potent effect for it. So that's really solid. Along with attack speed finish 4, and then I guess obviously if the special is inheritable, and then the weapon. You can't get everything, but there are technically attack speed finish prerequisites. So if Potent Disarm only has Disarm Trap as a prerequisite, then that's not super hard to get, I guess. But if you need Potent as a prerequisite, then that sucks. But who knows, that might just be its own full thing. And then attack speed pledge is also pretty nice. So pretty solid skill set, so it really just goes up to what you want for your dagger unit if you're going to give this to them. So either way, pretty cool. Also, he is rearmed, so he will not go away even if you use his inheritable. Special, what does it say? His arcane weapon docks his special cooldown count each turn, building to unleash his exclusive special.
This ends here.
I am absolute.
Oh, I guess because he attacks 3 times also.
Too slow.
If they retaliate against him, he can do at least 2 Banes in one combat, so very cool. New Attuned hero, this is Micaiah. Very, very nice. Very pretty. Dawning Maiden.
The
color green brings me so much comfort. A tough decision.
Let's see. Silver of Dawn, effective against armored and cavalry foes, accelerated special trigger, cooldown count -1, of course. Armored and cavalry, very Micaiah thing. Allies within 2 spaces of unit can move to any space within 2 spaces of unit, very cool. At start of enemy phase, restores 10 HP to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit, very nice. At start of turn effects, after start of turn effects trigger on enemy phase, converts penalties on unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit into bonuses, and also neutralizes 2 penalty effects on unit, excluding stat penalties. Excluding stat penalties does not apply to penalty effects that are applied at the same time. Neutralizes the first applicable penalty effects on unit's list of active effects. So I guess kind of putting the sacrifice that she comes with naturally into her weapon, neutralizing penalties and all that. Very nice. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, inflicts attack res -6 on foe, inflicts penalty on foe's attack and res during combat equal to 20% of unit's res at the start of combat, neutralizes foe's bonuses to attack and res, and unit deals plus X damage during combat. X equals number of allies within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on units times 5. Nice. Max of 15, excluding area effect specials. Very cool. Maiden Solace, I think that's what Legendary Micaiah has. Converts penalties on target into bonuses and then neutralizes any penalty that remains. Restores HP to target equal to current HP -1. Yeah. So I think that's what Legendary Micaiah has. So kind of also works with the effect of the weapon. Or they kind of do the same thing. But either way. Yune's protection, however it's pronounced. I think it's Yune, but either way. At start of turn, if any foes have the highest attack, speed, defense, or res on the enemy team, inflicts exposure and discord on those foes, and inflicts -7 on corresponding stat of those foes, and foes within 2 spaces of those foes through their next actions. So, kind of what Yune's Refine does. Very annoying to go against. If unit initiates combat within 2 spaces of an ally, inflicts attack res -5 on foe, inflicts penalty on foe's attack and res equal to highest penalty on each stat between target and foes within 2 spaces of target, and reduces the percentage of foes non-special reduced damage by experts and skills by 50% during combat. So yeah, very strong. Pairs pretty well with her weapon, getting all those minus in attack and res, very strong. Attack res Crux inflicts attack res -4 on foes within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, and those foes suffer guaranteed follow-up attacks during combat. And now the X skill, the Echo, Far Trace Echo, enables Canto remainder minimum of 1. Unit deals +3 damage during combat, including when dealing damage with a special trigger before combat. So, okay, a little bit of a damage boost as well, sure. I guess the normal trace skills in the B slot do like either reduce your opponent's like attack or speed or whatever the actual traces by a few points. So to compensate for that, they just straight up give 3 damage, which is okay, I guess. But the Canto effect is very nice, and it is Far Trace Echo, so this will only work on ranged units, I assume. Cool, I guess. That's not too bad. To get the most out of it, she doesn't have a unique special or anything like that. Fire Flood boost is decent, I guess, but not every unit wants that. Even Attack Res Crux, I think, can only work on flyers. So Far Trace Echo, if you're gonna want that for someone, you gotta like kind of pick and choose what you want otherwise for your attuned skill inheritance. Is she a flyer? I didn't even really put that. She is a flyer. Okay. Sure. Sure. And that should be it for the banner. Weakens foes before overwhelming them, can turn penalties into bonuses. Her attuned skill can grant Canto. Yeah, honestly, not the worst banner. Like, we saw everything. This video is actually longer than I thought it'd be because those paragraphs are quite long. I was gonna try and get through this quickly. But either way.
I know.
Reclaim what is ours.
So I guess you're gonna have y'all are gonna have two like decently long videos with the FEH Channel review and this banner review. They're just gonna come out back to back. Oh, that's right. The story mode. The queen got poisoned. Leonardo is the 4-star focus, and they're probably just gonna show the spark. Yeah, okay. Oh, you can spark twice on this banner. Let's just let that run out. I just saw that when I scrolled over the time bar. But yeah, either way, once this, yeah, not a full spectrum banner, 2 colorless on it. So, a very good banner, honestly, very, very solid. If you like Micaiah, if you like Sothe, but um, I'm not gonna summon on it. I'll hope when I go for colorless or for greens with the free tickets, because this is just a straight up new banner. It should have a normal forging bonds. Um, I'm just gonna hope that the colorless or those greens are gonna be very kind to me. My luck hasn't been decent, hasn't been all that good recently, but we will just hope. And if y'all are gonna summon, I wish you the best of luck. If not, then I wish you luck on the very next time you do summon. But either way, I think that's gonna be for the video, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. But until then, goodbye.